Welcome to the Doomsday Report. Now I'm being joined here by El Conto. How's it going, man? You prepared for a gig tonight? You expecting a big crowd? As you can see, it doesn't say much. It's a matter of few words. Is that alright? Nice one. Alright, well, I hope you have a smashing gig tonight, lad. I'll see you out there. I'll buy you a beer. Now I'm back here at Rob's pad.
Full daylight.
Full daylight.
Almost.
Now what we're doing here is kind of a Doomsday Cribs thing, let's say. Sitting here in this pad, you know, it's been about, how long has it been since your week? Since your gig at the Icebox? Been about a week, innit?
What day is this?
Saturday.
This is Saturday. Fuck, it's been a week, aye, over a week.
Oh, a week,
Aye, that's why my neck's so fucking...
Now how did you feel the gig went?
I loved it, man. It was a kind of, not a filling gig, it's demeaning it, but it was a gig before a wee break, so taking some time off, kids and all that kind of thing, no mine. And then we'll be back towards the end of the year, so we wanted to get one just to kind of get out of systems.
Yeah.
And it was brilliant. I mean, you were there. It was
a good fucking gig.
Good atmosphere, craziness, wild. You know, bring your own bottle, dark strobe, fucking perfect, man.
No, it was a dark gig.
Like I was saying last week, we got a pizza at 1:30 in the morning, so I was happy.
Quite. Now, you being an industrial band, was it intentional to have the gig based on an industrial estate?
For this one, yes. That Icebox wasn't there when we started, which was last September. So I went to the venue to see what it was like, and as soon as I walked in, I went, this is going to work. Because I knew it was going to be chaos, I knew it was going to be messy and all that stuff, so I wanted to take that away from certain venues, so it wasn't my problem. So as soon as I walked in, it was the bring your own bottle and just the layout. I liked that kind of warehouse industrial feel, and I went, this has to happen, because that was my initial plan, was to put in not spiky logo metal bands, something a bit darker, something a bit more, you know.
Yeah.
Scat Lights had the keyboard element and the haunting voice, and then drum crew, Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Aye.
I've
and
seen that
was
before.
when people ask how that gig was, I just always think, how cool was it that everybody, because there's so fucking many members, everybody was on the stage and the band were on the floor and people were filming from the stage. It's like the opposite of how a gig's meant to go, and I fucking love that shit.
It's brilliant. I mean, see, when it comes to Harbingers, I've never seen that many, well, percussionists all at once.
I know, and it was so tight, because I watched some footage, but I didn't know, I mean, how did they know? Like,
well, you had the guy, what's the word for it? A conductor.
He was a conductor, aye. Frontman conductor who's, this shit will fuck you up, dum-ba-dum-ba, fuck yes.
Right, now you mentioned like material and that. What's your favourite songs out of your new stuff and why?
Well, still to being processed, if you want to say that word, but my favourite song, Cheating Is Every Night, but right now would be the new one, Tombstone Rights, because I like songs that are short, fast and intense and just a big fuck you, but this one ended up being 6.5 minutes long, and I think as a band it's our favourite now, because some songs shine different elements. For instance, Pain and Glory's all about the drums. Tooth is about the kind of drums and vocals, that kind of thing. Whereas Tombstone is everything. You've got the clean channel, you've got the keys, you've got samples, you've got vocals, the drums go nuts. You can hear the nice bass lines all through it. It's heavy as fuck. It comes up, it comes down. It's like perfect song right now. But I've got the new songs in my head, so right now that's my favourite. But if you ask me again in a week, then I'll be like, nah, but you can't hear it.
Dick.
Yeah.
Now, what influences your new songs? Where did you get your influence from for, the ideas?
Well, I have this thing, I never write, I just have ideas and they come to me, and then I suddenly need a guitar. That's why all of this shit's here, is just I need to grab something. I actually think I'm going to leave a guitar in Ivory's at some point, because the amount of times I've got a wee MP3 recorder,
Yeah.
the amount of times I'm singing ideas into it, I make a drum beat and I have to wait till I get in the house.
See that beatboxing like...
Pretty much, man, honestly, the amount of songs I've done that way, and then the amount of times I leave the fucking thing next to my bed, because I'll wake up and I'll have an idea, and I'll sing it, and then I'll wake up the next morning and I'm like, what the fuck is that? You know what I mean? But there's something in there. So just ideas just flow with me. There's a thing Mr. James Hetfield said that I thought was quite appropriate. Everybody thinks that you're a musician yourself, you don't just sit down and write. It's not that easy. I find it difficult to, like, I have to write a song and you sit and write it. It's horrible. James Hetfield has a tattoo on one of his wrists. It's an angel's hands doing that, and he says he doesn't feel like he writes songs. He feels like he's a vessel, and he's getting his songs come to him, and he has to be open to that. And I 100% believe that. So
that's pretty deep, man.
Well, yeah. So to answer your question, I don't fucking know. It just comes to us, and then that's why you get the right bunch of guys or girls, and those ideas just come to you. You know what I mean? And then just let it fucking happen. Is that deep enough?
Wow.
I could have said beer and weed, but that's only 50%.
Now, on a slightly different note, that was too deep for me to handle. I want to know something about your band members. Tell me something about them all.
What level would you like to know?
Well, it depends what you want to say. I mean, if you want to
Shame.
name and shame them, what their guilty pleasures are,
Stephen's a maniac, but he's got it down to a T. He's a handsome looking bastard. The amount of times we get obviously the band chat, it's like a group chat, and every time we see a photo upload of the band, I'm like, he takes such a good photo.
He's a poser.
It's not that I think he's an ugly dude when I'm with him, you know what I mean? But every time I see a photo, I'm like, man, you take a good fucking photo.
He's a pretty guy.
Pretty fucking annoying as well. John Cole, Jesus Christ, I don't know how that guy's still putting up with me. John Cole is a party in a human body, and probably one of the best drummers I've ever seen, and definitely in the Tap, whatever, at Glasgow. He's just fucking amazing.
On beat.
Oh, it's just relentless. Alan, the terrorist. Something to tell you about Alan. Probably one of the happiest band members I've ever had.
Yeah.
Me and Stephen actually talk about this, is that Stephen thinks about the gigs a lot beforehand, just because he really wants to play his best and that kind of thing, but Alan's just so fucking eager and happy, and he's always smiling, and just see having that element. But then I think it's funny because when he goes on stage, he's got the mask. I kind of tell when he's smiling. So
right, yeah.
we kind of make eye contact during certain parts, and I just like, because he's just off on a noise.
He's kind of got the scorpion thing from Mortal Kombat going on.
Shit, aye. See, I knew that there's a few things that reminded me, but I never thought of that. Aye, shit. I might actually use that as a makeup eyeliner. Run that by him. There you go. Nice one.
Right, now there's another member of the band that I want to talk about. Heyman over here. How's he get on with the rest of the guys?
The main man. Well, to be honest, he was a bit of a dick at first. He was a bit cocky.
Yeah.
Especially at the gig. I don't know if he's noticed, but he had a few drinks.
He was kind of lost at source with me, he didn't say much when I spoke to him.
He was shy at first, but then he started thinking he was running the show because of the attention he was getting. He had a wee smoke as well, caught him. Also, me and Michelle were talking about it because Michelle helped with this, and I noticed a wee bit of lipstick on him, so I think he maybe met somebody that night. Aye, and somebody actually wanted to buy the t-shirt off him, apparently told him to go fuck themselves.
quality.
He gets on, bit of pain in the arse to transport, but you know he is part of the band, so you need to kind of
No, do what he wants.
make amends.
Now, who's responsible for the visual ideas of the band?
I'm guilty.
That's all your fault, is it?
Guilty. Although Michelle had brought a lot of things, she helped me in that backdrop we had.
Yeah.
Me and Michelle did that in, outside in the garden. She helped with all that. She did all the candles, that kind of thing. All lanterns. I think we're going to go with that again in the future. Just brought something different again. But all the fucking UV, all that shit, that's all my fault. I just...
See, I like all that stuff. You know, it's not just a gig, it's like a visual performance, you know, as well as listening to the band.
Aye, and I've always been into that, you know, but only suits certain bands, you know, because at my old band I didn't want to, I wanted to do that for a while, but it just didn't work, you know. I tried different ideas, whereas the first gig I was like, I want to do something that fitted, and now every gig we do something different. It's a different stage performance, it's a different makeup, it's a different set list, that kind of thing.
Right, and now, see, when it comes to like you coming on stage and getting ready for your gig, I notice you do kind of like a team huddle, you know, before the gig. Is that to get rid of any nerves? Do you still get nervous before hitting that stage?
Me, I'm never nervous. No, it's like, there's a really good, the reason we do that is, you know, every like band you've been, if you pay attention, you can actually learn different things in every relationship, that kind of thing. I played a gig many moons ago in the garage, and we were headlining, that kind of thing, and it was our first kind of walk to the stage, or that kind of thing, and we were having a good time. We were in the back, they were playing Guitar Hero when it first came out. That's how long ago it was. Having a great time drinking, we were looking forward to the gig, everybody knew the set list, and we went out and we weren't that good, I'll be honest, the old band I was in that night, and we don't know why, because we played the night before and it was just like that, and we realised that because there was such a party going on, we never actually spent any time with each other, and that dynamic really makes a fucking difference. I've always done that from then. You would have noticed at the last gig, and I remember Loading saying that this is going to be messy, it's going to be chaotic, people get booze everywhere and it's smoky and dark.
Yeah.
So even then I was getting dragged everywhere because I was running the show, and we always take that 5 minutes just to like, alright,
Get your thoughts together.
Yeah, it's just kind of
so you're all
everybody
on the
cool
same
with parts
plane.
and we have a wee joke together and basically be us for 5 minutes, and so we walk on, we're like that.
Oh, see, when I done it, I was about to stick the camera in your face. And you're like, hey.
Maybe you should have. I mean, I had my makeup on, I'd have loved it.
You know, but I thought, no, I'll let them have their, you know, the moment before they hit the stage.
There was, when you asked if it's nervous or anything, there was another thing I read. Anthony Robbins interviewed Gary Newman years ago, and they asked, do you get nervous before you go on stage? And Gary Newman said that every single gig he wakes up and he starts wondering when the stage time is, and he asks his tour manager, and he gets worried. All he can think about is his stage time, and he gets nervous and he can't eat, and he starts shaking, he gets sweaty, and all he can think about is getting to this stage and just getting through it, and he's sick before he goes on, and then he gets through it, right? They asked Bruce Springsteen the same question, and Bruce Springsteen says, as soon as I wake up, I get so excited, I can't wait to find out my stage time. I go find my tour manager, ask the stage time, and then I start getting nervous, I can't eat because I'm so excited, and his hands start sweating, start shaking, just can't wait to get on that stage and play, and he's probably feeling sick before he goes on, but it's all excitement. That's what I'm like. It's the exact same feeling, but I take it as I can't wait to fucking do this.
It's like
It's such a build up, and then as soon as that 4 count hits, fucking here we go.
You turn into a different person on stage. It's
Pretty
like,
much, man.
you morph.
Morph, and then the makeup just starts changing things. You know what I mean? Like, so that's a big part of the stage performance. Is that, you know?
That's cool as fuck. Now, as you see here, I've got this little scrappy piece of brown paper. Now, what I've done is I've wrote down some band names. Right? Quick answer. I'm going to fire them at you. Right? Here we go. Cerberin.
Severin. One of the few bands in Metal to the Masses that are actually on my phone. Fucking great band.
Splinter Halo.
Splinter Halo. Mental, but there is method in the madness.
Deadfire.
Deadfire. I'm still. You know what that means?
Hateball.
Hateball. I miss those guys, man. I hope they're fucking I know they've got a new member. I don't know if they're ready to go again.
They better be.
I hope so, man. I hope they get their stuff sorted because that band needs to keep happening. They're fucking
Get your shit together, boys. Come on.
good guys.
Victorious.
Rocket through the flames. Great band.
Bass.
Bass. That singer, man. That fucking voice.
Aye.
Then he talked to me afterwards. He's just pure calm as fuck. Mental. I like the makeup as well, man.
What about this year's Metal to the Masses winners? Inferium.
Inferium. Good band. And they always buy me those. I keep thinking they're called bonbons. What are they?
The tiny filled donuts.
Aye, the Four Corners. What are they fucking called?
I don't know, but they're good.
You know what I'm talking about. Message in the comments what they're called. Even if they were shit, they buy me them every time, so I'm happy.
Titan Breed. Former winners.
Titan Breed. Heavy as fuck, but good melodies in there.
And another former winner. A Ritual Spirit.
Ritual Spirit. The nicest, tidiest band I've ever met.
And I'll go for a final one here from Tyranny.
From Tyranny. Good band. Remind me a bit of Chimera. There's that song, I always forget the name, it's going dun 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 dun. Whatever that song was, is a beast, and Angus can fucking sing, man.
Oh, aye. Now, is there anything that you'd like to shout out to the watchers of this for any future gigs you got coming up?
For Gunpoint,
Yeah.
I wouldn't play with us, don't waste your time.
They're all a bunch of dicks.
You still buy embarrass you, you know what I mean? Go play somewhere else.
What? Yeah, that's it. Alright, I've got something else to mention. I did forget.
A bonus question.
You know, it's not really a question, but you do have a gig coming up in September.
Do we, aye?
Aye.
Aye.
You know, as of yet, it's yet to be released. But by the time this goes
Time of
out,
this interview, aye.
it will be. And how are you feeling about the ominous Judgment Day that is lurking?
Can't wait, man. If there's ever a gig that was fitting for me, you know what I mean? I can't wait.
It's going to be a banging fucking night.
Fuck yes. What is it, September? This is... Shit's actually closer than I thought. Fuck, after the night I'll go on that. Aye, it's got to be a good night, man. I know my stage time, I know what we're bringing, I know what songs we're bringing.
You're going to be bringing the madness.
The madness.
And you're going to be bringing your new songs as well.
New songs, got the makeup idea done, we just need to actually practice it. Fuck yes, it's happening.
I'm looking forward to this night. It's going to be a good one.
Me too, man.
Judgment Day, Saturday, 21st of September. Be there.
Go fuck yourselves.
I've been Esteban. This has been the big man Rob Doom of Gunpoint X. That's been Hangman. And this has been Doomsday Cribs. Keep it metal.
Cheers.